So, Sindbad is going to be a sailor. Okay, he wants to be a sailor. Sindbad is a young man who lives in the city of Baghdad. And this is where our story begins. Sindbad isn't rich. He has a simple life, but his heart is full of dreams. Often, he sits by the river watching ships and dreaming of faraway lands. "Oh, how I wish I could sail across the big blue sea," he says. "I want to see the world." Then one day, Sindbad meets some merchants preparing to sail to far-off lands. Finally, Sindbad can start his dream. He joins the merchants on their big ship and sets off on his first voyage. Their ship sails across the shining blue water for many days. And one day, the men shout, "Land! Ho! Land!" They run to the deck and cheer. Sindbad runs to them. Look, there is a small green island in the sea. The island looks like a perfect place to rest. So they drop anchor and swim to the shore. But as soon as they touch the ground, the men scream in terror. "Run! Run fast!" But it's too late. The ground shakes. "Help! Help!" The island shakes, and then it sinks. It was a giant fish that was sleeping. Now the men are in the water. Grab hold of me!" cries Sindbad. But there are too few hands. Sindbad is thrown into the water and struggles to stay afloat. Hours pass. Sindbad is tired and gives up hope. A kind wave carries him to a sandy beach. He lays down and falls asleep. When Sindbad wakes up, he sees friendly faces. The people give him food and clothes and show him to a caravan returning to Baghdad. Back home, Sindbad is safe, but soon he feels the call of the sea again. On his second voyage, Sindbad's ship stops at a new island. There he sees the biggest white egg in the world. It is taller than any man. "My fortune must have changed," says Sindbad. "This egg belongs to a magical bird called the ROC. Its wings are so big they can block sun." Sindbad ties a cloth around himself and holds on to the bird's leg. The ROC flies high above the mountains and seas. Then it lands in a deep valley.
Sindbad steps out from under the egg and looks around.
The valley glitters with diamonds and other precious gems. But Sindbad sees something else. Many snakes slither around. Their eyes shine like lamps. In fear, Sindbad hides between some rocks. Then he gets an idea. Sindbad collects the snakes and ties them to pieces of meat. When the ROC returns, the snakes disappear, taking Sindbad with it. The ROC flies to the merchants waiting above. They take the gems and Sindbad and return to Baghdad. Rich and famous, Sindbad learns that courage and cleverness are more powerful than fear. For Sindbad's third voyage, a storm blows his ship to a dark and scary island. Suddenly, a terrible giant grabs the sailors and takes them to his cave. The giant is taller than a house with one big, fiery eye. The giant locks the sailors inside the cave and goes to sleep. Using his quick mind, Sindbad whispers to the others, "Don't move. If we stay calm, we can escape." At night, while the giant sleeps, the sailors sharpen wooden poles into spears. One by one, they throw their spears. One spear hits the giant's eye. "Ha! Ha!" they shout. Blinded and angry, the giant runs around the cave.
The sailors hide and wait until the giant falls asleep again.
Then they push a boat into the sea and escape. Not all the sailors are so lucky. Some are lost, but Sindbad and his friends return to Baghdad. Once more, Sindbad learns that brains are more powerful than brute strength. In total, Sindbad makes 7 amazing journeys. He is trapped by strange people who want to keep him forever. He trades rare pearls and gold and becomes incredibly rich. He even helps a far-off king and becomes his friend. But through it all, Sindbad stays humble. On each of his voyages, Sindbad shows us that with bravery, cleverness, and patience, we can overcome even the greatest challenges. And now I want to ask you, did Sindbad teach us a valuable lesson? Well, if you want to know more about Sindbad, just search for more bedtime stories. See you tomorrow!